Hello there, friends. It's Ashley here from The Loopy Lamb and theloopylamb.com. And today we're going to be taking a look at this new book from David and Charles Publishing called Colorful Crochet Knitwear from Sandra Gutierrez. So I'll be sharing my full review of this book so you know what to expect. We'll be doing a flip through of the book as well, and we'll be taking a look at some of the resources that are included. So if you're ready to get started, please hit that like button and please consider subscribing to this channel. So many of you that are familiar with me as a designer know that I love to crochet amigurumi, but I am a secret sucker for beautiful garment patterns, and the more colorful, the better. So when I had the opportunity to review this, I jumped at the chance because just at the cover, I knew that is going to have lots of beautiful designs within. So this is a 128-page book, and there are 12 crochet garment patterns in the book. Now, the colorwork techniques that are used throughout the book are tapestry crochet, mosaic crochet, intarsia, and stripes, and color blocking. So this is a more advanced garment book, not something that I would necessarily recommend for a beginner. Even as an experienced garment maker, going through the book, there is a lot of information, and so it could be a little visually overwhelming for a beginner. But because even for me, it was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much to take in. But when you step back and you read it all, there's a lot of really great information here. So you can see here that there are some pages here on color theory, and then we've got these pages here that talk about using color theory to pick the colors for your garment, and basic information about hooks and yarn substitutions, and yarn weights. And there's also a small section on gauge and blocking. Obviously, this needs to be included because you need to match gauge in order to ensure that your garment fits. But I like that they took it a step further and talked about blocking. The patterns in this book are written in the US terminology, but in the back of the book, there is a UK terminology conversion chart to help you out if that's what you're most comfortable with. In the back of the book, you'll find a series of charts that talk about the general amounts of yarn that are needed, as well as finished sizes. And then you're also going to find your general techniques section. And most of these are just basic stitches with some exceptions like the central single crochet or extended single crochet stitches. The garments themselves are size inclusive, which means that they're all available in 9 different sizes, and which is great because as a plus size maker, I always get disheartened when I go out and buy myself a book and find out that I can't make it because they only go up to, say, size large. So the garments themselves are gorgeous, and they are going to be generally more time consuming because of the level of color work that's required. But look at these results. These are gorgeous, gorgeous garments. And it's not just sweaters and cardigans that you would expect. There's also patterns, a couple of them for like hats and mittens. There's a cowl as well. Goodness. And they're just beautiful. This is one of my favorites here. The, I don't even know how to say this, Camurver pullover. It's beautiful. That's on my to make list. And the Ilyak pullover as well. This is gorgeous. And I will say that there are notes included on how to lengthen the garments as well, so you can get a more custom fit. And all of the garments come with these diagrams, and at the back you find your finished dimensions. This is one of the tank tops in the book. Here's another hat and the matching cowl. There's a color block top. And here is that shawl I was mentioning before. But overall, I think the book is really great. It's definitely something that if you're new to color work and you really want a reference material in your library that has a lot of instructions on how to do each of the techniques, this is a great resource for that. However, if you're a beginner and you haven't even made your first garment, I'd recommend trying something a little simpler first before diving headfirst into Colorful Crochet Knitwear, because you might find it a little overwhelming. And obviously you want to make sure that you're comfortable with matching gauge before attempting something as detailed as these colorwork pieces. So if you're interested in checking out this book or buying a copy for yourself, I will include the information in the description box below. And if you'd like to see the full written review that includes a listing of all of the stitches that are covered and techniques that are covered, you can find that on my blog, theloopylamb.com. So thank you so much for watching, friends. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel. If you enjoy free crochet patterns, please check out my blog, theloopylamb.com. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Happy hooking, and I'll see you next time.